Good afternoon, my name is Cameron Olson.
I'm Nick Maldarelli.
The council member has asked us to assess the economics of short-term rentals in Los Angeles, particularly in relation to an ordinance which seeks to regulate short-term rentals. While we agree with the ordinance, we have a few amendments we recommend. First, a bit about LA housing. LA is the least affordable housing market in the country. On average, Angelinos pay 50% of their monthly income to rent. Most economics would agree the number should be about 25 to 30%. As seen by figure 1 here, the shortfall of affordable and available homes in LA County is about 490,000 homes. This is not only a combination of low housing stock, but also a decrease in income and an increase in rent. This graph also highlights the issue. Since 2010, average rent has increased by 25% and average income has decreased by 9%, a significant number. Now a bit about short-term rentals. Short-term rentals are usually rentals that last 30 days or less, typically in the form of home sharing. Home sharing is a form of lodging accommodation in which hosts rent out their house to guests for a set price. Most notably, this comes in the form of online home sharing platforms such as Airbnb. Airbnb is the largest short-term rental platform in the world. They have 2 million listings in over 34,000 cities. In LA alone, there was 11,400 units rented last year. Most notably, 7,300 of these were whole unit rentals. Significant number because not only is it illegal, but also because that's 7,000 units removed from the rental market. But they're not only to blame. LA simply does not build enough housing. On average, they need to build 5,300 units of affordable housing each year to sustain their population, but they're only building 1,100 units. To compare, most US cities have grown by 54% since 1980. LA has only grown by 20%. This graph highlights the issue. On top, you can see the blue bar, which is how much they need to build to sustain the population. The light blue bar below shows how much they've actually built, far below the actual number. This may seem like an issue, which it is, but also an issue is the fact that Airbnb has removed 7,000 units from the market. A significant number that must be addressed in the ordinance.
So the ordinance seeks to amend 5 sections of the Los Angeles Municipal Code. Essentially, it broadens the definition of a hotel to include home sharing, which currently under the law is seen to be an illegal hotel. 2 benefits to the regulation of home sharing are that it provides an inexpensive alternative for visitors to the city of LA, and it also provides a significant source of income for hosts. According to Airbnb, the average host makes $525 per month, and 70% of hosts dedicate some form of that money towards paying their mortgage. We wish to make 2 amendments to the law. The first is that we want to modify the enforcement of violation section. Currently, first-time offenders to this law are subject to a misdemeanor. What we want to do is adopt the City of West Hollywood's fine structure, whereby first-time offenders are subject to a fine that is worth 200% of the advertised rate for their home, 300% for a second-time offense, 100% for a third-time offense, and then subsequent offenses are subject to a misdemeanor. The second amendment is that we wish to increase the number of allowable rental nights. Currently, the law allows for a maximum of 90 days. However, we would like to extend that to 180 days. This is because most hosts rent for less than 90 days. Also, extending the cap to 180 days will provide additional revenue in the form of DOT tax with minimal effect on the housing market. I'd also like to note that Airbnb notes that the average number of days for a host to break even on their mortgage is 177 days. However, just 1% of hosts break even. As you can see here, the vast majority of hosts, more than half, rent for less than 30 days, and just 8% rent for more than 180 days. So leaving you with some final thoughts, the LA housing market will not be significantly affected by these short-term rentals. However, they should be regulated because they do make up a significant portion of housing construction. We believe that the 2 solutions that we have recommended will improve the overall function of home sharing in the city of LA.